teeth, I think people would like that one girl from your high school that runs a pyramid scheme. You know how they always have those same teeth,
like they're a little gummy.
little gummy.
They're a little gummy.
If she didn't have the pyramid scheme teeth, it would be an exact match. It's funny because you know exactly who I'm talking about.
I'm trying not to laugh.
They love Disney a little too much.
And their gums show it.
Okay, what are we starting with?
I mean, I can start if you want me to.
Yeah, do it. Do your thing.
Bert Show Q99.7. These posts always break my heart. So, of course, I follow every animal shelter that can be found in the Atlanta area. I follow Atlanta Humane Society, Paws Atlanta, where I got both of my pups. And I also follow DeKalb Animals. And they did a post that I wanted to use our platform to help spread the word. But they are at capacity. Their shelter is completely full right now. They can't take in any more dogs until they find these animals good homes. So what they posted is the ability to save lives is in the hands of our community. We urgently need support with fostering, adopting, or donating crates for foster homes during this difficult time. Any dog leaving the building helps make space for other animals in need. Please visit us at 3280 Shamley Dunwoody Road. Help us save lives and ensure our shelters can humanely house and support hundreds of animals. And in their stories, they were showing the overcrowding, and like there was over 500 dogs. It's like it's crazy right now. So if you are contemplating or thinking, I know we have 3 dogs, so there's not room for another heartbeat in our house. But if you're able to foster or if you're able to donate, by all means, check out DeKalb Animals on Instagram and help them out if you can and if you're able.
Yeah, I'm on the clock right now when it comes to a dog. I'm just having some renovations done in my house, and I'm doing a little bit of traveling. But once that's done, I'm going to go with one of these rescue shelters. I think Georgia Bulldog Rescue also needs some help as well. The puppies are easy. Like you can adopting a puppy is kind of easy. Every little cute little puppy can grow up with the kids. It's the older ones that have a tough time finding homes for.
So yeah, and they're just the overcrowding right now. They want to be able to take care of these dogs humanely. They don't want to have to euthanize. So I urge you to check them out today if possible.
All right, while we are on the subject of dogs, Intern Courtney wants to put her foot down and rebrand a dog breed.
I do. I really do. I actually got one of the same posts on my Facebook. I live in Coweta County, and they posted the same thing. They had a euthanasia list, unfortunately, of 10 dogs. And luckily, I'm in a position where I am financially able to afford a dog. So I went down there. I met all of them. Aww. Oh my gosh, it was such it's so inspiring to go. And I actually just fell in love with this dog. He was so squishy and mushy, and I brought him home, and now it's kicking me in the butt because I am apartment hunting, and they have a breed restriction against pit bulls.
And I'm assuming this one's a pit bull mix.
He is the squishiest little pit bull. He is the biggest baby. He's a huge teddy bear. When I first got him, his name is Jack. That was his name at the shelter. Okay. And he had a few past injuries, so he runs a little weird, so we call him Jack Sparrow. He's just
kind of goes around the house like this.
He's the most energetic. He is 3, so as you mentioned, he's a little older. He's had some issues with people wanting to adopt him for that reason. But I just want to come on here. I mean, you hear so many stories about the negative experiences with pit bulls. You don't hear that many about the positive. So I brought a little research, but that's not what I'm focused on today. I mean, I brought him home. He was so timid, always wanted to be in his crate. And we finally got him to open up, and we have another dog, and they play, and they do so good together. And he's never been aggressive or bitten anybody. We've done reactive training. We have him clicker trained, and he does really, really well with it. So this is just kind of a PSA. You know, I know pit bulls are seen as very aggressive, and they do have a history of that. But I read so much that was, 80% or 90% or whatever of a dog's aggression is based on the owner, you know, and I think that doesn't get talked about. So I actually brought from pitbullinfo.org. It's an organization, and their goal is literally just to spread the correct information about pit bulls. Said that in a recent testing, pit bulls scored in the top 23% of all breeds in excellent temperament scores, meaning that they didn't have as bad as a temper of other ones. And actually the lowest score was a bearded collie, which I did not expect. So I read that. And then I read another study that said over 4,000 dog owners said that Chihuahuas were more aggressive than pit bulls. And I think those little yappers, they just do their little thing.
They're aggressive.
But yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about Jack and his amazing experience and how I've loved him. But I am struggling because I cannot find anybody that will house him.
I bet. They do scare me, pit bulls, quite honestly. And, you know, pit bull owners are very, very protective, and I understand that. But in the total interest of honesty, if I was going to adopt or buy a breed, I would do the research on which are the most aggressive dog breeds, right? And unfortunately, the pit bull is in the top 5 every time. So are Chihuahuas, so are Jack Russells. But if I had a Chihuahua or a Jack Russell around my kids, I think I could take that dog. Whereas a pit bull, I would have no chance whatsoever. So I would do the research, and I'm just saying this is for me. So pit bull owners, don't come after me, man. For me, I just wouldn't take the risk at all.
I mean, I can attest to that. There are some people who just don't feel like it's for them, and obviously that's your decision. I just kind of want, especially as a young woman who has a desire to travel, having a pit bull with me, scary dog privileges. Every woman knows about that.
That I can agree with.
I mean, that's definitely a plus. And he has just been, he snuggles next to me every night. He sleeps on my chest. So it's just, I just want to attest to the fact that not every situation is negative. It's a lot about your owner and whether you're willing to put in the work to train him and work with him, and coming out of his crate and realizing that it's not a place of discipline, it's a place of safety. And we've worked a lot with him, and he's really doing good. So I just wanted to come on and talk about that.
I do agree. There's more better stories than there are horror stories, but the horror stories are the ones that are going to get like all the splashy headlines.
Of course, and then when you have kids, you just hear one story like that. That's enough for parents to go, okay, not me, not going to take a risk for it. And I don't know how fair that is. I did see online the dude that owns Barstool, Dave Portnoy.
Oh, he just got a dog.
He got a pit bull.
Yeah,
and that dog is as sweet as I've ever seen, man. He can't get that thing to move around. He has to carry it. He's so lazy, man. I've never seen a lazy pit bull before. But look, if it's great for you, then fantastic. But I can understand why there would be a reluctance on an apartment complex's contract just to make sure that it's safe around the apartment.
She's saying the statistics prove that there's other breeds out there that should be more looked at than pit bulls.
That's the thing, is that you can go online, because when I knew you were coming in to talk about this, I started doing the research on it also. And it depends what study you look at. One says Chihuahuas are the worst. Another one says pit bull. But for me, as someone that has kids, I would have no Jack Russell around my kids either, because they're on the same list.
It's funny that the stigma of pit bulls is so bad, because I grew up thinking the same exact thing about pit bulls because of all of the stories I've heard. And then in living with one for a little while when my aunt had a pit bull, and living now with my girl's Chihuahua at times, the pit bull was way more loving. It's not even close.
I don't doubt it, man. It's the Bert Show.
Good job, Courtney.